Pelan-pelan, tarik pelan.
Capek ah.
A few moments later.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night everyone. My name is Muhammad Alasbi, and this is my final project public speaking video. And in this video I will do a persuasive speech entitled Why Sleep is Important. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you woke up and feeling truly rested? Not just physically but also mentally, sharp, focused, and ready to take on the day? If you have to think hard to remember, you're not alone. We live in a world that glorifies business. People say, I'll sleep when I'm dead. We wear our late nights like a badge of honor. We brag about pulling all-nighters, but here's the truth that science has been screaming at us for decades. When we sacrifice sleep, we are slowly sacrificing ourselves. Today, I want to persuade that sleep is not a luxury. Sleep is not laziness. Sleep is one of the most powerful, most necessary, and most undervalued tools for healthy, productive, and fulfilling life. And if you're not taking it seriously, it's time to start. Let's start with the most obvious, our body. While you sleep, your body is anything but idle. It's working overtime. Your muscles repair themselves, your cells regenerate, your immune system produce proteins that fight infection and inflammation. In simple terms, your body heals itself while you sleep. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine found that adults who sleep fewer than 7 hours per night are 3 times more likely to catch a cold than those who sleep 8 or more hours. 3 times. It doesn't stop there. Chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and even certain types of cancer. A study published in European Heart Journal showed that people who sleep less than 6 hours a night have a 48% higher risk of developing or dying from heart diseases. Think about it. This way, you wouldn't let your phone die every single day without charging it. So why do we treat our own bodies any differently? Your body needs to sleep the same way it needs food and water. It is not optional, it is essential. Now let's talk about the brain, because this one really hits close to home, especially for students. Have you ever stayed up all night studying for an exam, confused, and you were being productive? Here's the irony. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that sleep is essential for memory consolidation. When you sleep, your brain transfers information from short-term to long-term memory. So that all-nighter, you might have read everything, but your brain couldn't file any of it away properly. Sleep deprivation impairs cognitive function the same way alcohol does. Being awake for 17 to 19 hours is equivalent to having a blood alcohol level of 0.05%. That's enough to impair your judgment, reaction time, and decision making. And yet, we let sleepy students write exams, sleepy doctors perform surgeries, and sleepy drivers get on the highway. Beyond academics and productivity, sleep deprivation is a major contributor to mental health issues. The relationship between poor sleep and anxiety and depression is bidirectional. They feed each other. People who sleep properly are more likely to develop depression, and people with depression are more likely to sleep poorly. If we want to take mental health seriously, we must take sleep seriously first. So why do we keep ignoring all of this? Because we have been conditioned to believe that rest is weakness, that sleeping is wasting time, The successful people don't need sleep, but let me offer a different perspective. Arianna Huffington, founder of the Huffington Post, collapsed from exhaustion in 2007. She broke her cheekbone hitting her desk. That experience changed her completely. She became one of the world's most vocal advocates for sleep, and she wrote an entire book called The Sleep Revolution. She says, and I quote, "We are in the middle of a sleep deprivation crisis. Some of the world's most successful people, LeBron James, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all report sleeping 8 hours a night. Not in spite of their success. Because of it, productivity is not about how many hours you spend awake, it's about the quality of the hours you are awake. And that quality depends entirely on how well you sleep the night before." So here is my call to action, and it's one of the simplest I'll ever ask of you. Tonight and every night after, give yourselves the gift of sleep. Set a bedtime, put down your phone, dim the lights, let your body and brain do what they were designed to do. You don't need to work harder, you need to rest smarter. Because the most productive thing you can do at 10 p.m. is go to sleep. You owe it to your heart, you owe it to your brain, you owe it to your future self who needs to show up, focused, healthy, and ready for tomorrow morning. Sleep is not the enemy of success. Sleep is the foundation of it. And tonight, I hope you choose to lay that foundation well. Thank you. That's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.